Hello, beautiful divine beings, my tribe, my family, my friends, my circle. Thank you for tuning in with me today. I am the Lady of Love and Light. I am known as Riordan, and in some circles, White Owl Woman, and my birth name is Roberta Lowry. And I wanted to do this reading today. I've been, for the last couple of days, just tapping into what is going on, in the energies surrounding us right now, not only just in our lives, but in the world around us and in our communities, our circles and, all over the world. And I usually feel things ahead of people, and I've been feeling it coming on for a while, but I just couldn't put my finger on it until I really just tapped into it. And it's the anxiety, it's angst, it's the struggle, it's the loss, and that we seem to be in, where it's a lot of discomfort and stress and fear and loss of hope and hopelessness and just the struggles. And so I decided to pull this card, or a card. And so this is one of the cards that came up. And number 6 is all about relationships. And it's not only with other people, but more importantly with self. And so this card is Pahik Mana, medicine of the butterfly Kachina. And you can see here all this powerful energy in this card. You have the red, the deep red and orange, which is the root and sacral chakra. And that orange, especially in the butterfly, it's lending to the golden energy and the yellow energy, the green, and that light blue, and the very deep, dark indigo blue, and the violet, and then the light there. And that light is coming from the heart, and it's transformation of the butterfly. This card represents from the butterfly, from the caterpillar into the butterfly. But you see that light, that white light, that's our life force energy. And you can see it's all in the heart chakra. That's where the heart is, and it's going up and through the throat chakra. And, I've been experiencing some throat chakra irritation, and, which is common because when we're in struggle or in loss, we tend to, we go into that place of fear and withdrawn, and many times we don't know what to say, how to handle things. We don't really understand what it is we're needing, but there's and the third chakra is all about boundaries and speaking up, speaking your truth. And truth is different from reaction to some part of news or to something somebody's saying. Truth is what resonates with you. What is your truth? What are your needs? What you desire the desire to be heard, to speak up for what you need and put your boundaries up, and especially in relationships. And so, we see all this yellow energy surrounding this butterfly Kachina woman, the goddess, and that is about empowerment, the solar plexus, and realization, of how powerful you are. And you can see just all these energies of heart, the pink and the purples. Purple is that spirituality. Green is heart, it's healing. And so there's so much energy here of empowerment, of vibrancy, of resilience, of becoming the beautiful divine being that you truly are, and that opening. And so this card, there's a poem that goes with it, and it says, "On wings of hope, butterfly Kachina guides you through an ending to the light of new life within. It is your transition into a happier time of increased pleasure and delight, especially if you experienced great struggle or loss. The spirit medicine of butterfly brings hopeful promise to your heart. Here is your sign that there will be happiness, peace, and light. Trust in the goodness being birthed." And that's what this card represents, the birthing, that caterpillar developing in, transmuting, making that transformation into a beautiful butterfly that can take flight. And it goes on to say, in a reading, an apparently lost cause or shattered dream was a necessary part of your transformational journey. What was sacrificed can be reborn into something even more beautiful. You are not meant to turn to the past, as it cannot support you in the way it once did. And this is so important. Don't live in the past. It happened. There's something you needed to learn from this, something that gained you more strength, more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. That's what you take with you, and let go of the rest. Trust that you have the inner resources to handle what is happening within you and in your life. You are moving towards a significant psychological, emotional, and perhaps also physical breakthrough and transformation. And I've been telling people this ever since, this pandemic and just other strife in the world, because before the pandemic, there were other things, is that our world is being shook up because it needs to transform. The old way is not working. We're leaving the old behind, and you have to decide and begin to understand what that is for you, what it is you're leaving behind. And so, as part of this reading, at the very end, I'm going to take us through an inner journey as an observer, as to look at that loss and all the struggles and strife that you've been through, and to release it and let go of it, and so that you can move forward. So it continues to say, you may have an inner sense of discomfort, signaling that something new is unfolding within you. It is natural to initially feel a little awkward or uncertain in the face of unfamiliarity. And that's what I'm talking about, the angst, that anxiety. This is a good sign of change stirring from within. Allow nature to take its course. Trust in what is happening, even whilst you do not fully understand it. It will turn out beautifully in the end, which is also happening, and it is that of a new beginning. So that which is ending is coming forth into a new beginning. And the spiritual guidance of this message is that there are moments when even those of us with great courage feel tested beyond our faith. Doubt, darkness, and despair can creep into our minds and lash our hearts with fear. Perhaps there seems to be good reason for our pain: the loss of a loved one or loved ones, a cherished hope dashed, disturbing human behavior, the state of the environment, or some other unexpected and painful shock, which we've seen in our world twice. That unexpected, the virus, and then now the war that's looming in Europe, in the Ukraine. There may be no particular reason for it, and yet we are somehow gripped by feelings of anxiety or despair that we cannot resolve no matter how hard we try. The healing soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina comes to you now to alleviate your suffering, to remind you that everything you have gone through has been part of what has made you strong, compassionate, and wise. When all seems lost, perhaps especially then, our soul needs the gift of seeing the light, love, and wisdom of Great Spirit at work behind all things, at all times, always reaching out to us and always offering us love. The soul needs faith and hope like the body needs air to breathe. Faith keeps the soul alive and well. And this is so important because the divine, Great Spirit, God, the universe, all that is, Source, is always sending us messages and signs. You just need to stop, take a moment, pause, go out in nature, spend time there. Go take time out, be quiet for some time to just really appreciate, where you are and be reassured that you're going to get through this. So it goes on to say, you do not have to regret anything that has happened. You do not have to judge yourself or any others. And this is so important. Not only not judging, others, but ourselves, or wish that things had been different. You have not missed out. You have not messed up. You have been learning and growing. And I tell people this all the time. You are exactly where you need to be. There are no mistakes in the universe. You are here listening to this message for a reason, because you need to hear some part of it. It's that part which is resonating with you. It says, what is required from you now is a willingness to let it fall away, because the person you once were actually no longer exists. You may not fully realize it yet, like the butterfly trying to crawl on the ground like a caterpillar. You may mourn the loss of your old caterpillar ways. Yet, if you take a moment to witness yourself anew now, you'll realize you're not the person from 2 years or 10 years ago, not even yesterday. You can then open to the gifts that Butterfly Kachina is bringing to you now, which are well-being, new life, vibrancy, freedom, and happiness. It's all here for you, and you're capable of moving forward into this. And it says, if you have been working hard on an issue on yourself or a cause in the world, and it seems to be going nowhere, Butterfly Kachina reminds you that in the divine alchemy of transformation, things sometimes appear to be going backwards as they move forward. It is the way of which indicates progress towards the next spring. If you didn't understand the creative purpose and regenerative nature of the seasons, you might be frightened by the winter, concerned that it signified the world was ending. With knowledge of the sacred feminine wisdom of the seasons, you are not afraid of winter. You see it as an essential part of life. You may even learn to nurture and restore yourself during that time, gaining conscious benefits and appreciation for it. If you feel you are in a spiritual or emotional winter in your life, have hope. The soul unfolds according to seasons, just as nature does. Let your heart and mind rest and trust that life is growing your soul into its beautiful fulfillment, into this beautiful butterfly ready to take flight. So I'm going to go on to just read a little bit of it in the card. It says healing process, and then afterwards we will do our own little healing inner journey. But it says, butterfly takes us out of seriousness and into childlike joy. That's the healing of the butterfly energy. Is there something that you need or used to love to do as a child? There is some activity that makes you feel healthily childlike, perhaps laughing at funny animal videos, or going for a walk in nature, or coloring in or pulling a hula hoop out the back of the wardrobe, or playing drums on the pots and pans, singing and dancing in your lounge room. Take some time to be with your inner child self and be engaged completely in the present moment. And then when you're ready, say this prayer out loud. And if you want to right now, we can do that, and we'll do it again at the end of the healing process I do with you. I give thanks for the sacred soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina, to the ever-renewing power of life. I honor all that I have been through, for it has brought me to this moment. Now I am strong, wise, compassionate, and empowered. I accept life, and I am ready for the rebirth that is happening now in my own soul and in the world. May divine love support successful transitions for our world. May all beings move into love, freedom, peace, and happiness. I embrace this moment. So be it. Good. And so that was the prayer and part of the healing process of the Kachina butterfly. And so, if you would like to, we'll begin this inner guided meditation to just help you get in touch with your own particular struggles, your own particular loss, your strife, your angst, your anxiety, your fears, all of that energy that's been surrounding you, where you may have been feeling hopeless or maybe not enough or not equipped. You have the inner resources. So if you would now, and you do not want to be driving, you want to be in a place, that's only common sense, but you want to be in a place where you can sit or lay down, whichever you prefer, and just take some moments, a time for you to ground. And we're going to do that now. All right, beautiful people. Oh, and please drink plenty of water after you do any type of this kind of journeying where you do inner meditations, where you're bringing up stuff, because we're releasing in toxins from our bodies, either mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And so it's important that we drink water to help flush that out of our human bodies, our system. All right, so if you would just begin by allowing yourself to relax there in your environment, listening to the sound of my voice. As you breathe in, you're bringing in oxygen into your lungs, allowing it to fill your lungs and move and flow into your blood system, circulating into every joint, every bone, every muscle, every nerve, every organ, every cell, every fiber of your being on an emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual level. Taking a moment to now, with your next breath out, you're releasing toxins, all negative energy that is no longer serving you, that which is causing you stress and grief and anxiety and sadness and pain and fear and doubt. Whatever that is for you, it's time to let it go, because it's not serving you to hold on to that. Remember, the past is past. So as you sit there breathing in, listening to the sound of my voice, allow yourself to just begin to relax, releasing all tension, all strain, all stress of your day, all worry, any feelings of doubt, hopelessness, and fear, releasing it now as you breathe out. Breathing in, you're allowing your body to regenerate, to revitalize, to restructure, to regroup. And as you breathe out, you're just releasing all negative energy, all negative feelings, all that is no longer serving you, that's keeping you from this beautiful transformation of release and renewal. And as you sit listening to the sound of my voice, just allow all the sounds within your environment, as well as my voice, to take you deep down into the center of your being, where all is knowing, all is healing. You are connected with the divine, with all that is, with your higher self, that which is your soul, and all your relationships, all your ancestors who have passed, all the sentient beings, the archangels, all those in the angelic realm, all those in the light, all the ascended masters and your guides, those that work with you. There are your tribe, your soul family on the other side, and they are surrounding you now. Just allow yourself to feel their presence as they surround you in the love and light and protect you. They are keeping you safe and allowing you just to experience what you need to experience for your own personal growth. But they are around you, and they want you to know that you are loved and you are being held within their etheric arms. And good. And now just being there in the center of your heart space, that place where you are connected with the divine, with Gaia, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the universe, Gaia, all that is. For you are all that is. And you know what you need there in your heart space, in that sacred space where your soul resides, that place that is all-knowing, capable of healing you totally and completely. Allow yourself to be there now, fully aware of who you are, truly, this divine being. And you know what you've been through. and you recognize the loss, the struggle, the strife, the discomfort, the pain, the heartache, the trauma that you've been through. But you also know that it's time to release it and let go. You're here just to observe what that is, to hear what wisdom is wanting to be shared with you so that you can take that forward, moving from and away from the struggles, the angst, the anxiety, the pain, the discomfort, the trauma of that which is past, and moving into your future, transforming and transmuting all that energy now. As you breathe out, you're letting it go, releasing any resistance to that, for it is not serving you to hold on to it. And let's begin to release the pain that you feel and experience and trauma in your physical body, your mental, emotional, and your spiritual bodies now. Breathing in, you're regenerating, revitalizing, re-energizing, reinvigorating, transforming, transmuting all that energy into positive, loving energy. Feel how powerful you are there in the center of your being, there in your solar plexus, there right below your heart, there above your navel, that area which is your solar plexus. That is your power point. Feel how powerful you are. Good. And just realize in the knowledge that you've gained, and you know what your truth is, that you can move forward, going forth and creating all the happiness that you deserve, all the love, all the prosperity of abundant health, wellness, financial joy and happiness and love in your life. Just feeling yourself moving down into your sacral chakra, right below your belly button, right there. That is the place of creation, your place of your sacral chakra where you are able to create from. That is your sacral chakra. And we're just allowing that sacral chakra to open. For this is the place of creation. It's no mistake that the ovaries and all the sexual organs are identified and located in this area there in your sacral chakra. And then moving down to that area, that which is your pelvic floor, is your root chakra. And it connects you with Gaia. That's where the energy from Gaia, Mother Earth, Mother, Goddess, flows up through the pelvic floor there, through the legs. Your legs are connected to that chakra, going all the way down the soles of your feet there. That's the source of power. And imagine, if you would, that you are this tree in this garden, and your feet have roots, and they are at the root of the trunk of the tree, your feet and the roots going down into Gaia, into the soil, nurturing, receiving nutrients from Gaia, from the earth, and going all the way down into the center of her being. At her core, there's the white light, that life force energy of chi. It's clearing, it's cleansing, and we're just now releasing all that we've been releasing down into Gaia, down into that white light, so it can be purified and transmuted and turned into positive ions and bringing that energy, that positive ions, that positive energy, that nurturing up from the soles of our feet, up through our legs, up through the pelvic floor, there in that center, allowing that root chakra to open and receive the divine healing. This roots signifies stability and strength and foundation. For you are creating a stronger foundation, moving up through your sacral where you're creating a new life for yourself. And you feel the power of who you are and the vibrance and the strength of who you are in that solar plexus chakra, moving up into your heart space, there in that green energy of healing, of heart and love, and bringing that up now to your throat chakra. And that seems to be what's really being affected in the world, because there's so much going on. Some things we speak our truth and our peace about, sometimes we just speak out against because we're so angry without really thinking what we are saying. All of that is our throat chakra. And so what I want you to be aware of, being here in that throat chakra, allowing that throat chakra to open and receive the divine energy ray of this light blue energy. That is the throat chakra, opening, expanding, and releasing all issues surrounding the throat, because that is about putting up boundaries and speaking our truth and not just being quiet about things that really do not resonate with us. And there's a difference between truth and just reaction. So I want you to be in your truth. You're there in the center of your being and really recognize, what is your truth? What is it you need now? What things are you not saying? Are you not speaking up about? What boundaries are you not putting up? You know, we do not have to take everything that's being thrown at us. We are not here to sacrifice ourselves for the sakes of others. We can say, no, this is not right. I need you to do this. What are those things that you need to be saying? Let those come into your conscious awareness now, for you know in your heart and your soul, there in the center of your being, what it is. And as you realize that, bring that awareness, let the energy move up from that blue energy into the deeper blue indigo, up to your third eye, which is slightly above your eyebrows, right there in the center of your being. Right there in the center of your being, in that space where you're all knowing. You know, whether you visually see it. Some people have that ability to see things in their mind's eye, or you're just hearing it with your inner ears of hearing and voices. You need to learn to differentiate. What is your voice of truth? That which is resonating to you, that is your truth. You might just feel it. You might just be experiencing it as you know it to be your truth. Whatever that is for you, there's no wrong or right way. It's whatever that is for you. But be there in that third eye energy, allowing that energy to expand, allowing your third eye to open, releasing any resistance to that knowingness, that seeing, the gifts of sight, knowing, of just being, of hearing, seeing, whatever that is. And now, as you become fully aware that you are more than what your human body is, let that sense of knowing move up into the top of your head at the crown, your chakra. That's the crown chakra. It's this beautiful purple energy transforming from the deep indigo into the beautiful dark purple, into the lighter purple, and on up into the universe and the light, the white light, where we are that cord. You are a ray of light, that white light. You have a cord of light running through the center of your being. It's entering from the crown chakra there in the center of your head, there at the top. Allow that crown chakra to open and receive fully the energy coming down from the divine to you, the universal consciousness, that place where we are one with all that is, and we are aware that we are more than just this human form. We're a divine being experiencing life here on earth in a human body. And feel that cord. It runs from behind your eyes, in front of your spinal cord, and it runs all the way down through you into the center of Gaia there at her core, and it exits Gaia. It's ongoing and connection with the divine. It goes all the way up and through the universe, coming back down. As above, so below. Feel that energy of who you are. You are a divine being. Allow and feel all your chakras expanding, releasing any resistance to letting go of that which is no longer serving you. Any and all energies that have been blocking the flow of the natural rhythms of all your chakras. Now, letting it all go and transmuting you and the energy into pure love and light, revitalizing and regenerating you and your soul, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies on all levels of existence, all aspects of self, all dimensions, transcending all space and all time, transcending your bloodlines. As we begin to heal ourselves, we are also healing our ancestors and the genetics. We are restructuring. Our DNA is beginning to restructure itself as it can to be the most complete being in total health and wellness, whole and complete. Now, fully aware of the power that runs through you, of the powerful being that you truly are, feeling re-energized, revitalized, regenerated, allowing the restructuring of the old self into the new self, that transformation. Good. And when you're ready, just begin to become aware of your environment and the sound of my voice. Move your body, stretch, but be very, very aware of what you just went through and all that was revealed to you about the powerful being that you are, and above all else, where you found that center within you. Wow, good work, everybody. That was so amazing. You are so powerful. So, in closing, I would like us to repeat. I want you to ground first. Be fully back in your body, fully present with me, fully integrated with all that is, with the divine, with Gaia, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, all that is, and your ancestors, your guides. They're there on the other side. The archangels are working with you. The angels are working with you, but we have free will, and we just have to call upon them and ask them to intercede on our behalf. We have to ask them for their help. Turn your free will over to the divine. Allow the divine to unfold your greatest potential, meaning to become the greatest aspect of you. Allow the divine to help you and discover this and allow it to unfold in your life. The divine will, divine purpose, because the divine has something more beautiful than we can even comprehend in store for us. So I would like us to just end now in this prayer and say it out loud with me. I give thanks for the sacred soul medicine of the butterfly Kachina, to the ever-renewing power of life. I honor all that I have been through, for it has brought me to this moment. Now, I am strong, wise, compassionate, and empowered. I accept life, and I am ready for the rebirth that is happening now in my own soul and in the world. May divine love support successful transitions from the past into our world, into the present. May all beings move into love, freedom, peace, and happiness. I embrace this moment. So be it. And I love to always end it with Hallelujah, Aho, God bless, Alhamdulillah, Mahalo, Aloha. Many blessings to you and your loved ones, and may you be shrouded in love and light and remain safe and protected always. Thank you for tuning in. I am Riadan. I am the Lady of Love and Light. My birth name is Roberta Lowry, and I am known as White Owl Woman in some circles. You can always reach out to me. You have my contact information, and just help support the spreading of the work that I do with you, these inner guided meditations, and just to get more awakening out into the world, more empowerment to help you become the best aspect of you. In turn, when we do that, the world around us can not help but be impacted by who we are. It's called leaving your footprint on this world, on this earth. All right, dear ones, so much love and light. Namaste.